The Woodstock River Bandits are on the air from Falcon Field on the campus of Central High School in Woodstock, Virginia. It is the 2025 Valley Baseball League and the Woodstock River Bandits. Tonight, the Bandits face the Purcellville Cannons. Good evening, everyone. I'm Craig Orndorff. Glad to be with you tonight, as both of these teams are happy to get back on the field. Woodstock played a rain-shortened game on Saturday in their victory over Newmarket, while Purcellville has not played since Friday. A lot of rain in the area. These teams were supposed to play in Purcellville last night, but the rain prevented them, so they are going at it tonight here in Woodstock. Bandits come in tied for second place in the Northern Division, one game behind Front Royal. They are 8-4, while Purcellville is 4-7 for the campaign. They are currently in fifth place, 4.5 games back of the first place Cardinals. Noah Williamson gets the baseball tonight for the River Bandits. Noah's 0-1 with a 3.60 ERA, making his second start on the year. First outing went 5 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 were earned. He walked 2 and struck out 5. And the order he will face tonight from Purcellville, it's Kobe White leading off. He's the DH. Gerardo Prado is the center fielder. He will bat second. Hitting third, the right fielder, Anthony Fernandez. As there's the wind and the pitch, we're underway. It's fouled off by Kobe White the other way, a foul ball, as we get started at 7:04. Williamson deals, and there's a strike at the knees, 0-2. After Fernandez, it's Rafael Furcal Jr., the second baseman. He'll bat in the cleanup spot. Hitting fifth, Thomas Marsala, the first baseman. Blake Brookings in left field hits sixth. Seventh, Carlos Sanchez, the shortstop. Eighth, the third baseman, Rex Smith. And batting ninth, the catcher, Mark Hirsch. No balls and 2 strikes for Noah Williamson. Waiting for Kobe White to get back in the box. He's there. And a swing and a miss. He strikes him out. And Kobe from LSU Shreveport, out number 1. That's Gerardo Prado, the center fielder. Prado, right-handed batter, standing 6'4" from Oklahoma. And takes a strike. We had some rain here this afternoon, but the least of it seemed to be right around the ballpark here. 0-1 is a strike on the inside corner. 0-2 as Williamson's just throwing strikes. And we have sunshine here today after being cloudy for most of the day. Like I said, an early afternoon shower. Rained pretty hard in other locales, but okay here. Had to do some work on the infield, but we're underway. There's a swing and a miss and a breaking ball. Spellman applies the tag, and Ace Williamson back-to-back strikeouts to start this game. So 2 gone. Here's Anthony Fernandez, the right fielder. Left-handed batting Fernandez out of St. Bonaventure. Stands 6'1", he's a lefty. Hits with 2 down, nobody on. Swing and a miss at a high fastball, 0-1. Of course, the problem with the sun being out for the batters is that they're looking right into it. Coming out of center field and more toward right center. That's fouled away. And 2 strikes. Oh, 2. Williamson kicks and deals. Swings and a line drive into right center. That's a base hit. Fernandez is aboard. That was almost an immaculate inning. Almost a 9-pitch, 9-strike inning.
Next up, sophomore from San Jacinto College North, second baseman number 17, Rafael Furcal.
But Fernandez spoils it with a 2-strike single. Now it's the second baseman, Rafael Furcal. San Jacinto North. Right-handed batter standing 6-1. That's a line drive into center field, but there is Jordan Evans to put it away. And that's the inning. One hit for the Cannons, but nothing across. Purcellville nothing. Bandits coming up. Bandits come to bat here in the bottom of the first inning. Purcellville got nothing in the top half, and here's their hitting order tonight. Leading off and playing center field, it's Jordan Evans. Second is the second baseman, Luke Keister. Hitting third, Will Tippett at shortstop. In the cleanup spot tonight, the right fielder, JT Andorowski. Hitting fifth is the catcher, Connor Spellman. Nazir Mendez at first base will bat sixth. Seventh, Jake Corville at third base. Batting eighth, left fielder Hunter Miller. And batting ninth, the DH, Sohrab Razai. They are going up against Connor Hensley. Hensley, a 6'3" right-hander from Rollins out of Castleberry, Florida. Hensley's 1-1. Third appearance, all starts. 2.70 ERA. He's gone 10 innings, allowed 6 hits, 3 runs, all earned. He's walked 4 and struck out 15.
Senior from Mississippi College, center fielder number 44.
All right, here is
Evans.
Jordan Evans leading it off. 6-foot right-hander out of Mississippi College. All right, here's Jordan. His first at bat of the summer. And he chops one up the middle. That will be played, but not able to make a play at first base by Furcal. He got a glove on it, knocked it down. And a leadoff single for Jordan Evans. The bouncing ball up the middle. Would have been a tough play for Furcal.
From Shenandoah University, second baseman number 1, Luke Keister.
So a leadoff hit, and now it's Luke Keister. Second baseman. 5'9", right-handed batter. Out of Shenandoah, and he swings at the first pitch. Tapper to first, only play there will be the first baseman Marsala to take it himself. But Keister gets the runner to second.
Now batting, senior from the University of South Carolina, Columbia, shortstop, number 12, Will Tippett.
As Keister puts it away, or puts it the other way, does his job. Will Tippett now, the shortstop, hitting with 1 out and a man in scoring position. Pitch is a strike to Will Tippett, right-handed batter, 6'1". of South Carolina, but he's in the portal. Will batting .379. Checking the pitch. That's a breaking ball low and away. 3 RBIs for Tippett. And has a man in scoring position here in the bottom of the first. Look back at second and the pitch. And there's another breaking ball down and away. 2-1. We've got nothing but clearing skies and sunshine right now, although there are some storms still approaching. But hopefully we'll get this one in with no problems. 2-1. Swing and a miss. Threw a fastball by him. Hensley, after 2 breaking balls, went knee high with some heat. Tippett late on it. And that evens the count at 2-2. Mike Bocock, the manager of the Bandits, over at third. Swing, and here's a fly ball into right field. Making the play there is Fernandez. Runner tags but holds up. Yeah, if he would have gone, might have made it. But you don't want to make that last out at third base as the throw was well offline. So Evans stays there. So now it's the cleanup hitter, JT Andorowski, the right fielder. Left-handed batting. Lefty out of DeSales, 6'1". JT hitting .270, 3 RBIs. Trying to get that run in. Pitch is outside. All right, man at second, 2 outs. Bottom of the first, no score. Check back at second, and the pitch. That's low, and runner will hold. As Hirsch keeps it in front of him. Two balls, no strikes to Andorowski. Look for something to drive here. 2-0 pitch. Swing a little nubber foul at third. 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike, 2 out. Andorowski awaits. Hensley checks and deals. There's a bouncing ball towards second, fielded there by Furcal over to first, and that's the inning. Woodstock gets the leadoff man on. Can't get him around, though. We're scoreless after 1. No score here in Woodstock. Top of the second inning. Purcellville coming up with 5, 6, and 7. Thomas Marsala, Blake Brookins, and Carlos Sanchez as they face Noah Williamson. Starts him with a breaking ball, and that misses for ball one. That's the first ball he's thrown tonight. Threw 10 strikes in the first inning. Another off-speed pitch misses. 2-0. Thomas Marsala, left-handed batter from Western Kentucky. He stands 6'3". One for 9 for the summer. And now it's 3-0. Williamson starts almost from a stretch position, but turns his body to face home plate to get the signs. Now he deals and just grooved one in there. That was slower than batting practice. Marsala was taken all the way. Probably wishes he wasn't. That was about a 60 mile an hour. 3-1 coming. That is hit hard up the middle and into center field. Second hit of the night here for the Cannons. Marsala shoots that one up the middle.
Next up, a junior from the University of Florida, left fielder number 14.
So leadoff man on here for the Cannons. Now it's Blake Brookins, the left fielder. Another lefty. Tall fella, 6'6", from the University of Florida. And there's a pitch outside. One ball. Swing and a foul tip. Pitch up and out of the zone. Brookins went after it. First appearance for Brookins here in the summer. Throw over to first, and it's a little wide. Gets off of Mendez. He'll now throw it into shallow left field, but Marsala will hold on there at second. So Williamson threw over. It was to the home plate side of the bag, off the end of the glove of Mendez, and then almost another error on top of that, but Marsala holds on at second base, so that'll be an error on the pitcher. And a man in scoring position with nobody out. 1-1 to Brookins. Williamson sets and deals. Swinging a line drive into the hole opposite way, into left. Runner coming to third and will stop. In at the corners. And no outs here in the top of the second.
Junior from Florida Southwestern State, shortstop number 9, Carlos Sanchez.
All right, now it's Carlos Sanchez, the shortstop. Out of Florida Southwestern, 6-foot right-handed batter. Sanchez looks at a strike. First and third, nobody out. Pitch. Breaking ball down. These two teams were supposed to play in Purcellville last night, and they just played back on Wednesday last week. 1-1, that's down and away. Purcellville won here on that matchup, 5-3. Throw over to first. Back-to-back singles here to start this second inning as Cannon's in business. 2 on, nobody out. They lead at the corners here. Williamson delivers. Pitch, a wave, and a miss. Good breaking ball. Completely fooled Sanchez. Runner goes as the pitch is fouled off on a 2-2 offering. First at bat for Sanchez here in the summer. 2-2. Pitch chopped back toward third. Barehanded glove. Throw is offline and safe. Is Carlos Sanchez as Corville came charging in. Almost a swinging bunt there. Marsala held up at third base.
Commonwealth University. Third baseman number 1, Rex Smith.
And the throw was offline, but I think Sanchez is going to beat it out anyway. Tough play there for Corville. I'm going to mark it down as an infield single, so that's 3 straight hits, and that loads him up for Rex Smith, the third baseman. Just low and inside. Rex Smith from Virginia Commonwealth, left-handed batter, 6'1". 222 average. Has a home run and 3 RBIs. 1-0 pitch. Wave and a miss at a curveball. I would think this time of the night's tough to pick up spin. You're looking right into the sun, pretty much. One. Got him again on a curveball. Makes it 1-2. It's Nolan Williamson of Allegheny Community College trying to get out of this. 5'11" right-hander. Pause in the pitch. Went off speed again, but this time Smith doesn't offer. Williamson hails from Port Matilda, Pennsylvania. Two and two. Bases loaded, nobody out here in the top of the second. Pitch. That's low. Full count, 3-2. All right, full count. Smith ready. Williamson has his sign. To the belt, to the plate. Swing, and that is a ground ball to second. Keister's got it. Over to second for 1. To first, that's a double play. A run scores, but 2 wiped out. Keister to his left, down on a knee to get in front. Quickly started the 4-6-3. Marsala does score, so it's 1-0, no RBI. And Brookins now to third, but 2 big outs. Now it's the catcher, Mark Hirsch, with a man at third, 2 gone. Looks at strike 1. Hirsch out of Florida International. Right-handed batter, 6 feet tall. Hirsch 1 for 10 on the summer with an RBI, and there's strike 2. Nothing at 2. Williamson ready and delivers. Bouncing ball up the middle, and that'll get its way into center field for a base hit. So Williamson got ahead 0-2, and Hirsch was able to bounce that one into center. And it makes it a 2-0 ball game in favor of the Cannons. All right, back to the top of the order now. It's Kobe White. Struck out first time. And the lefty takes a strike, former River Bandit. LSU Shreveport hails from Tucson, Arizona. Cut on and missed. 0-2. White's batting 158 with 4 RBIs. 0-2. Breaking balls down and in. One ball, 2 strikes. Pitch is on a bounce and into right field. Another 2-strike hit. Pulls it past the diving Keister. 5 hits in the inning.
Next up, center fielder number 13, Gerardo Prado.
So Hurst down to second. Now it's Gerardo Prado. He struck out back in the first. So outside of that double play, it's been nothing but hits this inning. Could be even worse than 2-0, but Williamson's still not out of it. Prado from Oklahoma, out of Amarillo, Texas. All right, he swings and fouls it back. Nothing in 1. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball. 0-2. Here's a little bouncer to second base. Keister is there, on to first, and that's the inning. But Purcellville gets on the board. They put up 2. Middle of second, Cannons up 2-0. Purcellville gets 2 in the top of the second. Here come the Bandits with 5, 6, and 7. Connor Spellman, Nazir Mendez, and Jake Corville. And a swing and a miss on the offering from Connor Hensley. 1 strike to the Bandits catcher. Spellman, 6'4", right-hander out of Jacksonville. And looks at strike 2. Hensley delivers, and a foul ball on a high fastball. The ball's 2 strikes. Swing on an off-speed pitch and hit well to left. Going back on it is Brookins. Going back, and makes the catch. Went a long way, but he hauls it in right at the warning track. Something off-speed that hung, and Spellman tagged it. But that's the deep part of the park.
Junior from Eastern Kentucky University, first baseman.
And a long out.
Bandits.
Well, Spellman gave it a ride, but Brookins able to get back on it. All right, here's Nazir Mendez, the first baseman. First pitch swinging off the end of the bat, bounced to the right side. Fumbled there by the first baseman. He gets to it, flips to the pitcher covering, and comes out of his glove. So Marsala went over in the hole to get it, but he cut in front of Furcal.
Now batting senior from Wingate University. Third baseman, number 38, Jake.
So he got his glove on it, knocked it down, then threw to first, and Hensley dropped it. That'll be an E1 there because he would have been out. Nazir would have been out. But Hensley dropped the ball. But really, the mistake was the first baseman, Marsala. He didn't have to go after that. There's a foul ball back from Jake Corville. Corville, 5'10" right-hander out of Wingate. Batting .261. With a first left-handed batter up, Marsala should have known Furcal was going to cheat toward the hole a little bit, so he didn't have to range that far. 0-1. There's a bouncing ball into the hole. Glove there by the shortstop. Goes to second for 1. That's all they'll get. So Sanchez gets the fielder's choice. Mendez is out number 2.
Next up, senior from the University of Southern Indiana, left fielder, number 4, Hunter Miller.
So Corville now at first base. Here's the left fielder, Hunter Miller. Left-handed hitting Hunter, 6'1" from Southern Indiana. Bats with 2 down, runner at first. Miller's batting .278, a home run and 6 RBIs. I think the pitcher, Hensley, got a bug in his eye. 2-0 Purcellville here in the bottom of the second inning. All right, back to it, and a fastball at the knees. That chopper foul went off the foot of Miller at the plate. 0-2. Corville at first base with 2 down. 2 strikes now on Hunter Miller. Hensley ready. The righty straightens, pauses, and delivers. There's a foul ball back. Still 2 strikes. Hensley misses low with that 0-2 pitch. So ball 2 strikes now to Hunter Miller. One-two pitch. Did he check his swing on a breaking ball? They appeal. Apparently he did. And that is the inning. I'm guessing Miller's still standing at the box, but I think the plate umpire said he went. I think the first base umpire said he went as well. Anyway, that is the frame. Bandits leave 1. We're through 2. Cannons 2. Woodstock nothing. Two nothing Purcellville on top of the River Bandits here tonight. Top of the 3rd inning, 3, 4, and 5 for the visitors. Anthony Fernandez, Rafael Furcal, and Thomas Marsala. First pitch swinging, fouling it back. Tony Fernandez, the right fielder, singled his first time up. So Noah Williamson threw 10 pitches in the first inning, all of them strikes. Got 2 strikeouts and then gave up a single and then a line out to end the inning, and then gave up 5 hits in the second inning, 2 runs. There's a ball, 1-1 now to Fernandez. Plays for the Bonnies of St. Bonaventure out of Cranston, Rhode Island. Chops this one to first, played there by Mendez. A little slip, has to hustle to the bag, and out is the call. Nazir was back on the grass, which also slopes away
number 17, Rafael Furcal,
from the dirt
Jr.
part of the infield a little bit. So his foot gave out, so he had to hustle, and he just did beat Fernandez to the bag for the first out. And there's strike 1 to Rafael Furcal. Oh, 1 is rolled to deep short, played there, and a leaping throw not in time by Tippett. Did a heck of a job to get there and gave it an effort, but no chance to get for call. And that's hit number 7 for the Cannons here tonight. Thomas Marsala has one of those. Singled last inning. Bandits here with Furcal at first. 2-0 Purcellville. Sal out of Western Kentucky. Waves and misses at a breaking ball. Left-hander out of Monroe, Louisiana. Oh, 1. Bouncing ball. Right to Keister. Flips with the glove to short. Over to first. Double play. 4-6-3. Second one the Bandits have turned tonight. Tailor-made. That's the inning. Middle of 3. Purcellville 2-0. Bottom of the third inning, Bandits are trailing it 2-0. 9-1-2. Saheb Razai, Jordan Evans, Luke Keister facing Connor Hensley. Saheb Razai, 5'8" right-hander from South Suburban, takes ball 1. He's 2 for 2 on the year with an RBI. Squats down, looks at a strike. So he's 5'8" and then makes the zone a little smaller, going into a little crouch. One. There's a fastball in the outside corner. 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Hensley deals and he gets him swinging. Razai going after a breaking ball. First out of the third inning.
Jordan Evans.
Second strikeout for Hensley. Back-to-back Ks for him, crossing the innings. Now it's top of the order, and Jordan Evans, the center fielder. Infield single back in the first. From Mississippi College. Ball skips in there. Ball 1. Out of Northport, Alabama. Just 1 hit for Woodstock so far. That was Jordan's back in the first. 7 tallies already for Purcellville. 1-0. That's a strike. 1-1. That's the way it's been going for Woodstock. Giving up a lot of hits. Still pulling out games, though. 8-4 on the year, and their batting average is just .224. Purcellville 4-7. Their team batting average is .228, so they're hitting a few points better than the Bandits. There's a breaking ball low and away, and it's now 2-1. Woodstock's ERA is only a little bit better than Purcellville's. Swing and a miss. Two. Hensley to Evans. A little fister rolled the other way to second for Kyle. Scoops and throws. And there's 2 away. Now it's Luke Keister. Ground out his first time up.
Second baseman, number 1, Luke Keister.
Right-handed batting Keister from Shenandoah University in Winchester. Comes from further up here in the valley at Penn Laird, east of Harrisonburg. Bats with 2 outs, nobody on. Bottom of the 3rd. Pitch, a line drive that'll bounce in front of the first baseman Marsala. He'll take it to the bag himself. And that's the inning. 3 up, 3 down. We're through 3. Purcellville 2. Woodstock nothing. Top of the 4th inning, Purcellville leading the Bandits 2-0. Noah Williamson back to the hill, facing 6, 7, and 8 Blake Brookins, Carlos Sanchez, and Rex Smith. And there's a breaking ball low. Single in the 2nd inning for Brookins. Left-hander from University of Florida. He's from Miami. 1-0 misses outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Part of the field now in shadows. The sun sets out beyond right field now. 2-0. Fouled off his foot. Brookins wears his Florida batting helmet. Woodstock wearing their green jerseys tonight. Orange numbers and letters, names on the back. White pants, tricolored caps. 2-1 pitch. That's in the dirt. 3-1. Orange bill. White front panel with the Bandits logo and then green in the back. 3 balls and a strike to Blake Brookins. Lofts one down the left field line. That'll slice out of play. In Omaha today, Louisville knocked off Oregon State in an elimination game. Beavers got 3 in the top of the 9th, and then the Cardinals 1 to walk it off on a sac fly. 3-2 pitch, and it's an off speed, it's low. And a runner on for the Cannons here to lead off the fourth.
Now batting shortstop, number 9, Carlos Sanchez.
Carlos Sanchez, infield single. In the second inning, just a little swinging bunt up the line at third. Fouled away. Bandits have already turned 2 double plays. Another one would be just nice right here. Sanchez from Florida Southwestern out of Kissimmee. That is lined into right field and deep. This will split the gap, going to the fence. Brookins on his way to third. He's getting called home. Here's a throw, and not in time. And it's 3-0. Sanchez went deep to right center. Relay into Keister. His throw a shade offline, but it popped out of the glove of the catcher, Spellman, anyway. He has a chance if he holds on to the ball. But Brookins scores from first, now 3-0. And Sanchez has a single and now a double. So Purcellville now up 3-0. Still nobody out here in the fourth inning. Rex Smith grounded into a double play his first time up. And takes a strike here. Left-handed batter from VCU out of Sarasota, Florida. Check of the runner and the pitch by Williamson. That's in there for a strike. 0-2. Purcellville wearing their maroon uniforms with the white pinstripes, long pants. White numbers and letters trimmed in gold. 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Williamson gets the strikeout of Smith. One gone here in the fourth.
Next up, catcher number 5.
I'll bring up
Hirsch.
Mark Hirsch, RBI single in the second inning. He came with 2 strikes. Swing and a foul tip. Hirsch, Florida international from Lutz, Florida. For Hirsch, that was his second RBI of the season, and takes up and away here 1-0. One. MK corrects me. He's our audio-visual producer. Inside, 2 balls and 1 strike. Well, we're now in the shade here in the press box. Sitting above first base. Runner at second goes for third. Pitch is high. Throw down. Slide. Tag. He's safe. So Sanchez stealing third. They like to run. That's their 31st steal of the season. Only been caught 7 times. Bandits, on the other hand, just 15 stolen bases. All right, 3-1. Infield comes in for Woodstock. 1 out. Williamson pitches and a swing and a miss on a high fastball. That was ball 4, but Hurst chased it. So we go full here, 3-2. Three nothing Cannons. Payoff pitch. Got him on a breaking ball. Went 3-2 curveball, and Hirsch waves at it for out number 2. Back-to-back strikeouts.
Now batting designated hitter number 42
for Noah
White.
And here's Kobe White, a strikeout and a single. Showing bunt, bunts it in the air and all the way out to second base where Luke Keister hauls it in. Tried to drag his way on, but popped it up a long way for a bunt. That's the inning, but Purcellville gets one. Middle of 4, 3-0 Cannons. Bandits trail at 3-0 as they come to bat here in the bottom of the 4th inning. 3, 4, and 5. Will Tippett, J.T. Andorowski, and Connor Spellman for Woodstock. It's Connor Hensley dealing for Purcellville, and he misses outside for a ball. Fly to right field for Tippett his first time. Goes right field again, down the line, in the corner, and that goes foul into the Purcellville dugout, which is in play here at the Falcon Field. Really the only place where there's a good bit of foul territory is down the right field line. Fairly tight everywhere else around the park. And the dimensions, the unique dimensions here. 340 down the lines, 338 to center field. 1-1. That is on the outside corner, 1-2. Straightaway right is 372, and it's 376 in left center. But then the fence is a straight line across from those two spots to just 338 to straightaway. 1-2. Chop foul right at the plate. This is a football field here at Central High School, so the football field runs from pole to pole, and there is a hill behind the outfield, so fence stops right there at the bottom of the hill. That's why it's just 338. Ball 2 strikes. Tippett hits a breaking ball up the middle and played there nicely by the shortstop. He will throw on to first to get Tippett. Good play there by Sanchez. ranging up the middle, and he also got in
Batting
front of it.
fielder, number 7, JT Andarowski.
A good footwork there by the Purcellville shortstop. That's JT Andarowski. Just one hit so far, a little infield single. Back of second base by Jordan Evans. Start the offense here tonight in the first inning. JT Andarowski takes a breaking ball strike. He grounded out to second base his first time up. JT from DeSales, left-handed batter out of Warrington, Pennsylvania. That misses for a ball. Another game going on in Omaha tonight. Arkansas leads UCLA 2-0 as they play in the bottom of the second there. That's also an elimination game. Chopper off the foot of Andarowski. Of course, Arkansas had that no-hitter yesterday. Ball and 2 strikes. One out here in the fourth. Woodstock trailing 3-0. Hensley works. JT swings and misses. Something off speed. He was over top of it, and there's 2 gone.
Next up, catcher.
Third strikeout for Hensley.
Connor Spellman.
That's Connor Spellman. Catcher flied out to left his first time. Deep left. Brookins back on the track. Like I say, one of the deep parts of the park. Tried to hit it there again and misses on a ball. Down in the zone. Looking for something straight. Got a little bender there. Came up empty. Another curveball. That's strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Fisted towards short. Charging is Sanchez. Fields and throws. Gets Spellman, and that's the inning. 3 up, 3 down. That's 7 in a row set down by Hensley. We go to the 5th. Bandits trailing the Cannons 3-0. Top of the fifth, Purcellville hits with a 3-0 lead, and they've got 2, 3, and 4. Gerardo Prado, Anthony Fernandez, and Rafael Furcal Jr. And Noah Williamson back on the rubber for his fifth inning. So far, he's allowed 3 runs on 8 base hits, and there's ball 1. Prado's 0 for 2. Center fielder from Oklahoma. That skips in there, an off-speed pitch. 2 balls, no strikes. Out of town scoreboard. Charlottesville leading in Strasburg 5-2, bottom of the third. Bottom 3 in Harrisonburg, Turks 7-0 over Culpeper. Bottom 4 in Waynesboro, Generals 7-0 over Front Royal. 2-0. Off-speed in there for a strike. In Stanton, they're in the top of the third with Winchester leading the Braves 2-0. And in Newmarket, Rebels and Covington, scoreless, bottom 3. 2-1. He couldn't stop his swing on a breaking ball. Prado. He went for it, so it's 2-2 now. Williamson into his wind and delivers, and he struck him out. Good pitch down in the zone.
Next up, right fielder, number 24, Anthony Fernandez.
1 away. 5th strikeout for Williamson. It's Anthony Fernandez, the right fielder, a single and a ground out to first. Cuts and misses. 0-1. 2 in the second for Purcellville. They got 1 in the fourth. Bandits only have 1 hit. 0-1. That's low. One pitch. That is just low. 2-1. Well, we've cooled down now that the sun is down beyond the trees. A little bit of cloud cover. I see some bubbling clouds out to the west. 2-1. Check swing. Thought it was looked like it was a strike on its own, but umpire says ball, and Fernandez apparently held up. So 3-1 now. That is lined into left field. Right there is Miller. Put it away, 2 down.
Now batting, second baseman, number 17, Rafael Furcal Jr.
That's Rafael Furcal. Line to center. And reached on an infield single. Two outs, bases empty here in the top of the fifth. Furcal takes high and tight. Rafael from San Jac, North Campus in Texas, but hails from Weston, Florida. Shoots one the other way. Pretty well hit, but that will be tracked down out there by J.T. Andorowski. And Purcellville, for the first time tonight, goes in order. Middle of 5. Bandits need to start hitting. They trail 3-0. Bottom of the fifth for Woodstock, trailing 3-0. 6, 7, and 8. Nazir Mendez starts off, and he swings and misses. He bounced into an error in the second inning. Nazir, left-handed batter, 6'2", from Eastern Kentucky, hails from New York City. 1-1 is fouled off. It's 0-2. Mendez a 182 average with 4 RBIs. Down 2 strikes. It's Connor Hensley still working for Purcellville. And strike 3 called. Fastball at the knees, outside corner. And Mendez down looking.
Next up, third baseman, number 38, Jake Corville.
4th strikeout for Hensley. Now it's Jake Corville, the third baseman. Rolled into a fielder's choice his first time. Fastball's upstairs. Corville, 5'10" right-hander out of Wingate. Hails from Hamilton, Georgia. Heater at the knees, 1-1. I think the Bandits thought that was a little bit low. 1-1. There's a breaking ball in the dirt. 2 balls, 1 strike. Bandits get Winchester the next 2 nights down at Bridgeforth Stadium. How about that for scheduling? Not a home and away series, but a away and away series. Back-to-back games. 2-1. Off speed. It's called a strike, 2-2. And then they're back home Friday for the Front Royal Cardinals. 2-2 now to Jake Corville. Came in with a 261 average. Waits a 2-2 pitch. That bounces in front of the plate. Full count. Starting to get active down in the Purcellville bullpen. Somebody's throwing for Woodstock as well, as we're in the bottom of the 5th. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Down goes Jake. 2 gone for Hunter Miller now.
Now batting left fielder, number 4, Hunter Miller.
He struck out swinging in the second. Miller from Southern Indiana out of Fort Pierce, Florida. Off-speed pitch misses. Up and away. Pitch is rolled to second for Kyle with an easy scoop and oh no, it pulled the man off first, but the first baseman Marcella applies the tag. I saw for call with a bad throw here a few days ago, but first baseman bails him out there. Gets Miller, and Bandits go in order. That is 10 in a row, set down by Connor Hensley. Going to the 6th. Cannon's up 3-0.
Tonight's postgame meal is sponsored by Teddy and Jody Mumov. So
We're in the top of the sixth with Purcellville on top 3-0. 5, 6, and 7, Thomas Marsala, Blake Brookins, and Carlos Sanchez. And a new pitcher on for Woodstock. It is Brixton Lofgren. Brixton, a left-hander. Or excuse me, a right-hander. Deals, and here's a fly ball by Thomas Marsala deep to left and over the head of Miller. Marsala into second with a double. Goes the opposite way and deep. His second hit of the night.
Now batting, left fielder, number 14, Blake Brookins.
That's Blake Brookins. The ball fouled back. Blake Brookins, been on twice. He singled and walked and scored a couple of runs. So Thomas Marsala in opposite field. Double to get things started here in the sixth. Lofgren misses outside. 1-1. Lofgren out of Miami, Florida. Good breaking ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
See now if the catcher gets up and walks out. Well, come up, look to see his number.
Plays for the University of Miami. Pitches for the Hurricanes. 1-2 misses. Started at Fordham. 2-2 now. Swing and a miss. Good off speed. Gets Brookins. First time he's been retired tonight. 1 away.
Next up, shortstop, number 9, Carlos Sanchez.
That's Carlos Sanchez. He's got an infield single and an RBI double. All right, 1 out, man at second. 3-0 Purcellville here in the sixth. Setting the pitch. Swing and a miss. High heater. Sanchez couldn't hold off. So Sanchez off for with a 2-for-2 start on the summer. And he's got half of the cycle in order. First, he's got a single and a double. Big lead at second base. Oh, and the runner fouls it off. Marsala was halfway to third. Easily had it stolen, but Sanchez wanted to take a hack and fouled it off. No balls, 2 strikes. Carlos Sanchez from Florida Southwestern. Pitch is popped up on the infield. Right side at second base, Luke Keister calling it. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, third baseman.
Now it's Rex Smith.
Rex Smith.
Smith, the third baseman. Bounced into a double play and struck out. Well, like I said, some clouds bubbling up from the west as we play here in the 6th inning. Had a little breeze, but nothing right now. There's ball 1. Rex Smith from Virginia Commonwealth. Runner at second, 2 out. Pitch is lined into right center field. That's a base hit. That'll score a run. Looks like it's going to be a double, at least for Rex Smith. And that's where he will stay. Standing up, but a 2-out base hit makes it a 4-0 game. So a pair of doubles this inning. And Smith Lefty jumped on that one. And the hit total for the Cannons now up to 10.
Hirsch.
So Rex Smith gets his 4th RBI on the year. And swinging at the first pitch, Mark Hirsch, the catcher, flies it into right field. Coming in is Dorosky. He's got it, and that's the inning. But another run across for the Cannons. Middle of 6. Purcellville's up 4-0. Woodstock trailing 4-0. Still just 1 hit in the books, and that was the leadoff batter who was on deck here as we bat here in the 6th inning. 9-1-2, so have Rezai, Jordan Evans, and Luke Keister. 4-0 Purcellville. Here's Rezai, the DH. He struck out his first time. Takes a fastball high, and it is Connor Hensley still working. Why not? Only 1 hit, an infield single. Through 5. Fastball upstairs. 2-0. Connor Hensley out of Rollins. Pitch misses with a breaking ball. 3-0. Three balls, no strikes. That's right down the middle. 3-1. Rollins College out of Winter Park, Florida. Where Hensley pitches. 3-1. Rezai awaits. Chops it toward the shortstop. Fielded there by Sanchez. Over to first. And 1 gone here in the 6th.
Except center fielder number 44, Jordan Evans.
Now it's Jordan Evans. Started it with an infield single. Only hit that the Bandits have so far. Evans from Mississippi College. He awaits, and the pitch, swing and a miss. Mentioned that the Bandits go to Winchester tomorrow and Thursday. That was moved around because next week the Bandits have Wednesday off for their golf tournament, and they're still looking for players and teams, and you can get more information on the webpage. That's outside, 1-1. So still plenty of time. Sign up, play a little golf with the Bandits. There's a roller to second for Kyle is there. Over to first in time. Gets Evans, 2 gone. Now it's Luke Keister, 2 ground outs to first tonight.
Next up, second baseman, number 1, Luke Keister.
Yeah, even if you're out of town, you can come play golf next week. You got plenty of time to get here. All right, 2 outs, nobody on. Keister takes the ball low.
That's the confirmation you're looking for.
1-0. Keister looks at a fastball. To even the count at 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. That's high with a fastball. 2-1. Brett Fuller, the head coach of the Purcellville Cannons. Mike Bocock in his final season with the River Bandits. 2-1 pitch, breaking ball, that's outside. 3-1. Well, nobody throwing right now for the Cannons down in the bullpen. Somebody looked like they were stretching, getting ready, but I'm sure they're on alert if needed real quick. 3-1, that is a strike on the inside corner. Keister thought it was too tight. But I'll have to deal with a 3-2 pitch here. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here's a pitch and misses low. That ends a streak of 12 in a row set down by Connor Hensley. That's his first walk of the game. Now we'll see if the Bandits can rally off of that. Here's Will Tippett. He's flied to right and grounded to short. Will out of Stone Mountain, Georgia. Batting with 2 outs and a man at first. Woodstock trailing 4-0 here in the last of the 6th. Fly ball, right field, toward the line. Over there is Fernandez. And he's got it in foul ground. That's the inning. We're through 6. Cannons lead it. 4-0. On to the 7th inning now with a Purcellville lead of 4-0. And they have the top of the order, Kobe White, Gerardo Prado, and Anthony Fernandez. And there's a ball just outside from Brixton Lofgren. Left-handed batting Kobe White from LSU Shreveport takes the strike, 1-1. Front Royal leads the Northern Division right now as we entered play today. 10-4 their mark, a game ahead of Woodstock and Strasburg. They're both 8-4. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball. Winchester is 6-6. They're in 4th place. These Cannons are in 5th at 4-7. Newmarket 4-8. 1-2 pitch that skips in there. Southern Division, it's Harrisonburg, 10-3, 2.5 ahead of Stanton. Those are the only 2 teams above 500 in the Southern Division. 2-2 pitch, and off speed is outside, 3-2. After the Braves, it's Covington at 5-6, Waynesboro 5-8, Charlottesville 3-8, Culpeper 2-9. All right, payoff pitch. And that misses high and away from Lofgren. And leadoff man is on.
Next up, center fielder number 13.
Second time for Kobe, who was also singled tonight. Now it's Gerardo Prado. He is 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. The leadoff man has been on 3 times, now 4 times, and has scored the previous 3. So that's not looking real good. And here is a shot into right center field, but Androsky is there. Put it away. JT makes the play in the gap. On a hard hit ball by Prado.
Next up, right fielder number 24, Anthony Fernandez.
1 down. Anthony Fernandez, St. Bonaventure, left-handed batter. Brixton Lofgren in his 2nd inning of work. Runner at first. He's going. Pitch is a strike. Throw down to 2nd. Scoop and a tag. Safe is the call. Bandits argue with the base umpire. Nice scoop there by Tippett on the throw by the new catcher, Cade Norton. Tried to swipe tag, but White got in there with his hand. Close play. We have a good look at it from here. We're at first base, looking right down there. Throw, they got him picked off, but it's thrown into center field. White's rounding 3rd. He slid into 3rd and wanted to pop up and go, but he'll hold on right there. They had him picked. As soon as the pitcher, Lofgren, turned, he was taken off for 3rd. So that's an error. 2nd error of the night on the Bandits. I believe it's 1 strike. Regardless, it's bounced into right field through the drawn-in infield. RBI single for Fernandez. It's now 5-0. The 2nd hit of the game.
Next up, second baseman number 17, Rafael Furcal Jr.
Fernandez gets his 11th RBI on the season. Came in hitting .275. 2 hits tonight. Now it's Rafael Furcal. He's 1 for 3. And takes strike 1. Throw over to first. Today is June 17th. We'll hit some history notes today. Oh, 1 out, 1 on. 5-0 Cannons here in the 7th. That's strike 2 from Brixton Lofgren. It's in the dirt. Blocked there by Norton. 1-2. So Lofgren's given up 2 runs on 3 hits so far. Had a ball and 2 strikes on Furcal. Pitch, chopped to second. Fielded there. Runner's going to be out of the baseline. Keister on to first. That's a double play. Third one that the Cannons have bounced into tonight.
Okay, fans, we have
Keister chased Fernandez out of the base path. He was called out. Had plenty of time to go to first to get Furcal for the double play. But another run in there for the Cannons, rather, and the River Bandits are now trailing 5-0. Time to stretch. Middle of 7.
Ryan Morrison. And leading off the bottom,
All right, bottom of the 7th inning. Bandits are trailing 5-0.
Right fielder number 7, JT.
It'll be 4, 5, and 6. JT Andorowski, Connor Spellman, and Nazir Mendez. And the Bandits say good riddance to Connor Hensley. He's done after 6 innings, 1 hit. Walked 1, struck out 5. And retired 13 of the final 14 he faced. All right, the Bandits will go up now against Ryan Morrison, 6'8" right-hander from the University of Seattle. Starts with a ball to JT Andorowski, 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Morrison, Melbourne, Australia, and there's a shot that is into center field for a base hit. All right, inning starts well for the Bandits, trailing by 5.
Next up, catcher number 26, Cade
That'll bring up
Norton.
the new catcher, that I failed to put in my book, Cade Norton, hitting for Connor Spellman. Got to put him on the offensive side. I put him on the defensive ledger, and he takes a strike. Norton from Mercer, right-handed batter, 6 feet tall, out of Greer, South Carolina. Little check swing foul, 0-2. Norton 1 for 9 on the season. Down 2 strikes. He'll be followed by Nazir Mendez. Runner at first. Good lead at first. 0-2 in the dirt to the backstop, and down to second goes Andorowski. On the wild pitch. One and two now to Norton. Pitch is chopped in play, third base side. Pitcher fields by the line, fires on to first to get Norton. Moving up to third is Andorowski. Looked like that ball hit behind the plate.
Picks up first baseman.
Came out in fair territory. And
Mendez.
Morrison, nice job of fielding his position, getting over to the line, making a nice play to first. But an RBI chance here for Nazir Mendez. Here's ball one. Ryan Morrison, 6 feet 8 inches tall. Deals, and that's fouled back. Quite the international flavor for Purcellville. We've got 3 Japanese players. Actually, take that back. They're down to 2. One is inactive. And now the Australian Ryan Morrison. Here's a bouncing ball that is foul at first. Makes the count 1-2. We're in the 7th, and the Bandits are trailing at 5-0. Purcellville had scored in the even innings only. 2 in the 2nd, 1 in the 4th, 1 in the 6th, but they got 1 more in the 7th. And they're up 5-0. Woodstock has a man at third. 1 out. 1-2 pitch, low and away to Mendez. Nazir reached on an error and went down looking. Two. Pitch. Inside. And we got a full count. Payoff pitch on the way. Mendez swings and misses.
Next up, third baseman, number 38, Jake Corville.
So, Bandits have a runner at third and 1 out, and Mendez can't put it in play. So now it's up to Jake Corville with 2 outs, fielder's choice, and a strikeout. Up and in, Corville. Takes a fastball high. Corville from Wingate. Bandits third baseman tonight. Little fister that's going to drop inside the line in right field and get him on the board. He'll hold up at first. And Corville comes through. The 2-out base knock. Fought it off the hands and gets his first RBI of the season.
Number 4, Hunter Miller.
So Woodstock on the board now, and Hunter Miller will try to keep it going. Miller takes a fastball strike. Low and away. Left-handed batting Miller. University of Southern Indiana in Evansville. Ball and a strike. 2 outs, runner on. Fouled away by Miller. 0 for 2 tonight. Came in hitting .278. Now he's behind a ball and 2 strikes. Morrison pitches and a swing and a miss. Something low and away. That ends the frame. Woodstock does get 1. Heading to the 8th inning, Bandits trail at 5-1. Purcellville leads at 5-1, and the Cannons send up 5, 6, and 7. Thomas Marsala, Blake Brookins, and Carlos Sanchez. We had to wait for Ridge Fuller to get over to third base, and now we're ready to go. And now we got to wait for the battery to get together. Well, they've been pitching together for a couple of innings already. It is Brixton Lofgren back to the hill. We have another defensive change as Austin Ford takes over at first base for the Bandits, replacing Nazir Mendez. Now we got a discussion with the plate umpire and Mike Bocock. Does that count as a visit? I don't like all these rules about something. Now what do we have? Is there a warning or something over there? I don't know. We're about ready to go, and then the umpire got his little book out and started writing notes again. And I just hear Mike Bocock say, "Was that on me?" or something. He says, "Wow." So I guess it's a warning or something. Not even raising his voice. But whatever it is, whatever happened there didn't please the plate umpire, so he had to inject himself into this. And there's a ball low. That's in there for a strike. Marsala is singled, doubled, bounced into a double play. 5 runs on 11 hits so far for Purcellville. 1 run, 3 hits for Woodstock. That ball went 58 feet. Lofgren. 2-1. Two one. Bouncing ball right back to the mound. Lofgren fields, runs almost all the way to first and underhands. One gone.
Next up, left fielder number 14, Blake Brookins.
I know that's the thing to do nowadays, but it seems like a waste of time. You can't throw the ball to first from the mound. I know everybody does it. There's a strike to Blake Brookins. Single walk strikeout. Scored a couple of runs. All right, here's the pitch, and that's low for a ball. Let's do some history today. We'll go back to 1880. John Montgomery Ward of the Providence Grays pitched a perfect game against the Buffalo Bison, winning 5-0. Second perfect game in National League in 6 days. The next perfect game wouldn't happen until 1964 when Jim Bunning did it on Father's Day that year. 2-1 pitch, that's low. Now 3-1. Blake Brookins, Florida. Lofgren kicks and deals, and a swing and a miss. Got him to go after a breaking ball under the knees. Brookins, left fielder, awaits a 3-2. Lofgren ready and delivers. And off-speed pitch just missed. Might have been outside. Second time Brookins has walked tonight.
Now batting, shortstop, number 9, Carlos Sanchez.
Here's Carlos Sanchez, the shortstop. 2 for 3. Single and an RBI double. Hits one hard. Look out. Line drive. Guys below us. Zing over their heads. Hit the cinder block press box and then caromed off the light pole. One strike. That is popped up. Shallow right field. Long way to go for Andorowski. He's coming in. He'll get to it.
Next up, third baseman, number 1, Rex.
And there's 2 gone. I don't know if JT was playing deeper. Maybe his first step was back, but he had to make up ground in a hurry, and he got there. Now it's Rex Smith. RBI double in 3 appearances. Shows bunt, misses. Runner's going. There's a throw that goes down into right field. Well, it was a delayed steal, or Brookins just got too far off. Throw down by the catcher. Norton was nowhere near Austin Ford. So Brookins is on over to third. I don't know how that's going to be scored. Woodstock appealed at second. They thought Brookins missed the bag, but safe is the call. But Brookins, he wasn't running on the bluff bunt by Smith. Pitch was a ball. With a throw down, as soon as the throw was made, he took off for second. The throw went into right field. Breaking ball strike. 1-1. 2 outs, runner at third. I don't know if that's a pickoff and a 2-base error. I'm not sure. Swing and a miss. Take that back. That was a 2-strike pitch. And somebody got ejected. The batter did. Sorry, that was 0-2. The first pitch was called a strike. I thought the first pitch was called a ball, but called a strike. And Rex Smith apparently didn't like the pitch before that, and after he swung and missed there, he was given the night off the rest of the evening. All right. Middle of 8. 5-1 Purcellville. New pitcher in for Purcellville as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Is Angel Cruz. 5'11" right-hander out of Northeastern. He is from Boston.
For the River Bandits, designated hitter number 55, Sorab Rizal.
Cruz making his second appearance. Has gone 1 inning previously, allowed 1 hit, struck out 2. Numbers for Ryan Morrison. He went an inning, 2 hits, gave up a run, struck out a pair. Turns it over to Cruz, and the Bandits send up 9-1 and 2. So have Rizai, Jordan Evans, Luke Keister due up. And Rizai takes the ball low. Strikeout and ground out for Rizai. All right, with the Smith ejection, Rafael Furcal moves over to third. There's a ground ball to short. Oh, it's bobbled there, and that'll be an error on Sanchez. Leadoff man on for the Bandits. Pretty easy one right at Sanchez.
Next up, center fielder number 44, Jordan Evans.
Just booted it. So I'll bring up Jordan Evans, a 1-for-3 night. So Furcal over to third base, and the new second baseman is Jake Barber. Here for the Cannons. 5-1. Woodstock trails it here in the bottom of the 8th. There's a foul ball back from Jordan Evans. Infield single back in the first. Pitch. Fastball high. Throw down to first and sliding back in head first. As Rizai. Catcher Hirsch came up gunning. More history today. 1915, Zip Zabel That's a good name. Comes out of the Cubs bullpen with 2 outs in the first inning to face Brooklyn. He wins the game in the 19th. There's a ball outside. That was the longest relief effort in Major League history. 2 balls and a strike. Nobody out, 1 on. Bandits need runners. And got to bring them in, too. There's a foul ball. 2-2 to Jordan Evans. Rizai leads at first. Set, pitch. Breaking ball low and away. 3-2. Time running out on the Bandits, trailing 5-1, bottom of the 8th. Throw over to first. Today in 1936, Red Ruffing of the Yankees set an American League record for pitchers by getting 10 total bases at the plate. He hit 2 home runs, part of a 4-hit day. All right, here's the 3-2, and that's popped up over third base side, but that'll get out of play. Today in 1943, Red Sox player-manager Joe Cronin inserts himself as a pinch hitter in both games of a doubleheader against the A's. Hit a 3-run home run in each at-bat, becoming the first major leaguer to pinch hit home runs in both ends of a doubleheader. Here's again the 3-2. That is into center field and sinking. Kobe White coming in, cannot make the play. Take that back. Not White out there tonight. It's Prado in center field. And it falls in front. And there's 2 on with nobody out. Jordan Evans gets the base hit. Just a natural reaction.
Next up, second baseman, number 1, Luke Keister.
Automatically thinking that was Kobe out there. But it was Prado who came sliding in and couldn't get to it. Here's the bunt. Showed by Keister, throw down to second. It gets away. It hit the base, I think, and the runners are going to move up, both of them. Good hustle, especially here at first by Jordan Evans. Pitch was a ball. The throw by the catcher, Hirsch, down to second. The shortstop, Sanchez, covering. I think the ball hit the base and caromed over to the right side. Rizai saw it. He took off, but then Jordan Evans here at first decided to hustle down as well, and he made it with a head-first dive. So it's 1-0, and Luke Keister has runners at second and third. There's an error. Second error of the inning, third error of the game. So now the Bandits in business here. Nobody out. Luke Keister has grounded out twice and walked. First baseman, Marsala, way in on the grass. They're expecting bunt. Shows bunt, takes low. 2-0. Still Marsala in about halfway. Now Keister not showing bunt, takes low, 3 balls, no strikes. Line in the pitch. That's high, ball 4. And just like that, the Bandits have the tying run at the plate. And Will Tippett.
Next up, shortstop number 12, Will Tippett.
All right, bases loaded, nobody out here in the 8th. Tippett's 0 for 3. Bandits everywhere. Here in the bottom of the 8th. Pitch. Tippett swings and hits one deep to left field. Going back is Brookins. He will get there deep in left center. Runners tag at every base. They'll throw to second, but not in time. Keister beats it. Good read there by Luke. But it's now 5-2. So Tippett drives in a run as Razai scores.
7, JT Andorowski.
Evans to second, and Keister also tagged up. So one away. Here's a pop-up by JT Andorowski. That's going to go foul off to the left side. All right, so 5-2. For Tippett, his fourth RBI. Oh, 1 pitch, fouled back. First baseman still in tight. I don't agree. He's in on the grass a couple of steps. I don't agree with that. I'd play back. I mean, why are you giving a left-handed batter so much room? You've got a 3-run lead. Now he will step back a little bit. 0-2 pitch, and that's high. That's a huge hole for a left-handed batter to swing through. Although JT is more of an up-the-middle hitter. Now a catcher and pitcher will get together for this 1-2 pitch. 1 out, runners at second and third here for Woodstock. He could barely do anything against Connor Hensley. Just 1 hit and 1 walk in 6 innings. Now trying to make this a ball game. 1-2. Pitch by Cruz. That's up and away. Left-handed batting JT Andorowski from DeSales. 2-2. Foul back. Two balls, 2 strikes. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him on a breaking ball. Pitch breaking down and in to JT.
Number 26, Cade Norton.
And he was fooled. He can't put it in play. So now it's 2 down and up to Cade Norton. Came in as a substitute back in the 5th inning. Had a ground out back in the 7th, last inning. Here he is with 2 on and 2 out. 2 in scoring position. And takes a strike. Norton awaits and takes just outside. Purcellville's lead is 5-2 here in the last of the 8th. Cruz winds and deals. Swing and a miss, off speed. He's got something real nice that breaks out of the zone at the bottom. One, 2. Cruz to Norton. That's a fastball upstairs. 2-2. Well, see if he comes off that fastball with a breaking pitch down again. After the high heat, change the eye view. 2-2 offering. Right back to the mound. Cruz over to first to end the inning. Woodstock gets 1. They leave 2 in scoring position. Heading to the 9th. 5-2 Purcellville. Ninth inning now. Purcellville leads at 5-2. And a new pitcher on for the River Bandits. T.J. Davis will take to the mound. 6-foot right-hander from William Carey, who's out of Sumrall, Mississippi. Davis making his fourth appearance. No decisions, has a 2.07 ERA. He's worked 4 1/3, allowed 3 hits, 1 run, 1 earned. He's walked 4 and struck out 5.
Leading off the top of the ninth inning for the Cannons. Catcher,
All right,
number
he goes to
5.
work against 9, 1 and 2.
Hirsch.
Mark Hirsch, Kobe White, and Gerardo Prado. All right, a fastball high to Mark Hirsch, the catcher, has an RBI single, 1 for 3 tonight. Hirsch from Florida International. Breaking ball misses 2-0. 2-0 pitch. That is on the outside corner, 2-1. More history notes today. In '56, the Braves' Joe Adcock became the only player to hit a home run onto the roof of Ebbets Field. He had 3 homers during a doubleheader sweep of the Dodgers that day. 2-1 is fouled back, 2-2. Today in 1960, Ted Williams got his 500th career home run, becoming the 4th to do so at the time. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Davis working to Hirsch. JT deals and missing with a breaking ball outside, and the count goes full. Three-two offering and a chopper foul at third. Today in 1967, a 9-hour, 5-minute doubleheader between the Tigers and A's in a set a major league record for the longest ever. First game included a rain delay, and the second game went 19 innings. 3-2 pitch is high, ball 4. And another leadoff man reaches for Purcellville.
Next up, designated hitter number 42, Kobe White.
I'll bring up Kobe White. 1 for 3, single and walked. Leadoff man has reached 4 previous times, and they've scored every time. White shows bunt, fastball high and off the glove of the catcher, Norton, to the backstop. Hirsch down to second on the wild pitch. So a little insurance there, and I'm going to draw a meeting on the mound here as pitching coach Tyler Bocock coming out. Is he making a call? Looks like he did. Or is he just pointing one of his fielders? Doesn't look like he's making a change. Anyway, let's do a little more history. Today, 1970. Willie Mays and Ernie Banks both hit home runs, making it the first time 2 big leaguers with 500 homers do it in the same game. Today in '78, Ron Guidry of the Yankees strikes out 18 batters in a 4-hit shutout against the California Angels. That set an American League record for a left-handed pitcher for strikeouts in a single game. He keyed 15 in the first 6 innings. That's where he earned his nickname Louisiana Lightning from Phil Rizzuto during the broadcast. All right, meeting over. Man at second, nobody out here in the ninth. Kobe White's already squared around a bunt. Turn back to second and a throw. Keister had to make the catch on the run. Today in 1993, the Giants' Darren Lewis, an outfielder, set a major league record by playing in his 243rd straight game without committing an error. All right, 1-0. White pulls back, takes a strike. It's 1-1. And today in 2021, the Diamondbacks lost their 23rd consecutive road game, an all-time record. Some things that happened on the 17th of June. Throw back again to second, but Hirsch was wise to it. Ball and a strike. We're in the ninth. Runner at second for the Cannons. Now, third base coach Ridge Fuller comes down to say something to Kobe White. They broke it off, and now Kobe has to say something else to him. All right, the game is slowed dramatically here in the ninth. Nobody out, man at second. Ball and a strike. Davis sets and deals. No bunt this time. Another wild pitch. That was very high. Goes to the screen, and Hirsch is down to third. Another one just uncorked. So a walk, 2 wild pitches, gets an extra run at third base for Purcellville. Nobody out. Infield comes in for the Bandits. 2-1. Davis deals. Chopper, first base side. Glove there by Ford. He will throw to first as Keister just got his heel on the bag for the out. Runner at third held up.
Now batting center fielder number 13, Gerardo Prado.
Good play there by Ford. Playing it on the short hop, and then Keister over there just did get his foot on the edge of the bag. So 3-4 for the first out. Here's Gerardo Prado. 0 for 4. Infield stays in for the Bandits. Pitch, breaking ball is a strike. J.T. Davis from William Carey. Out of the windup with a man at third. 1 strike pitch is low and away. 1-1. Davis deals. Tried to check his swing. They appeal. Base umpire says he went. Prado couldn't hold up. Ball and 2 strikes in Omaha. Arkansas leads UCLA 3-0. They're in the 6th inning there, top of the 6th. That's an elimination game. 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball outside. Evens a count of 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Davis delivers. Down and in. Like a changeup. Count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Davis ready with a payoff. Here it is. Swing and a miss. Got him on something off speed. Prado strikes out for the 3rd time tonight.
Right fielder, number 24, Anthony Fernandez.
So 2 outs and that runner still at third base. I'm going to bring up Anthony Fernandez, the right fielder's 2 for 4. A couple of singles and RBI. Stand batting Fernandez from St. Bonaventure. Swings and skies one into left center field. Center fielder calling for it in the alleyway. That's Evans. He's got it, and that's the inning. Wow, good work there by J.T. Davis. A walk, a couple of wild pitches, but Gets an infield ground out, a strikeout, and a fly out to keep that run there. And it remains a 3-run game. Bandits need 3 to tie and 4 to win. To go to the bottom of the ninth, trailing 5-2. Last chance for the Bandits. They trail at 5-2. They send up 6, 7, and 8. Austin Ford, Jake Corville, and Hunter Miller due up for the home team. And they'll face a new pitcher. It is Brady Stewie, a right-hander from Kansas State. He is 6'4", and he's out of Holton, Kansas. Stewie is 1-0, making his 4th appearance. Has gone 2 2/3, 1 hit allowed. No runs, no walks, 5 strikeouts.
Leading off the bottom of the 9th inning for River Bandits, first baseman number 14.
All right, here's Austin Ford. His first at bat of the night.
Let's go.
6'2" right-hander from Folsom Lake out of Ukiah, California. Austin batting .308. See if he can start something here in the ninth. Fastball in there for a strike. Out of town scoreboard, Waynesboro gets a run rolled over Front Royal, 10-0. The front-running Cardinals get blanked tonight big time. 0-1. Fouled back, 0-2. Elsewhere in Strasburg, Express are outscoring Charlottesville. It's 11-9 in the 5th. Going to be a long night at First Bank Park for our buddy Kyle and our friends from Strasburg. 0-2. Stewie to Ford. Fastball misses outside. In Harrisonburg, the Turks have a 9-4 lead over Culpeper in the top of the 7th. Ball 2 strikes. Stewie ready and delivers. Ford fouls it back. In Newmarket, the Rebels are trailing Covington in the top of the 7th. The Lumberjacks are up 7-1. And top of the 8th in Stanton, the Braves have a 3-2 lead over Winchester. Again, a ball, 2 strikes. Stewie to Ford, and that's in the dirt. 2-2. Let's get 4 runs so I can go get dinner. I'm hungry, Todd. 2-2. That's high. Full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Austin Ford awaits. Here it comes, and he broke his bat as he fouled one off to the first base side, went right off his foot. Yeah, he broke his bat. I don't know what took him so long to realize it. It was right off the hands. You could hear it from up here, and it went off his foot. So he's got to deal with the pain, and then on top of that, lost his bat. All right, we'll do 3 and 2 again. Stewie delivers. Ford pops it up on the infield. Second baseman Barber makes the grab, and there's one gone. Well, Stewie came right back inside.
Next up, third baseman, number 38, Jake Corville.
Got Ford to pop it up. Now here's the third baseman, Jake Corville. 1 for 3 and an RBI single. Back in the 7th inning. Pitch low and away. One ball. Pitch, that's a fister. That will go foul, first base side. Strasburg's now up 12-9 on Charlottesville. They scored 8 runs in the 4th. They were down 7-2 when they got 8. Whew. Here, a mere 5-2 game. But the Bandits on the wrong end of that score. That's high. 2 balls and a strike. Jake Corville out of Wingate. Two one, that's high. 3-1. Bandits again go on the road to Winchester for back-to-back days. Hopefully no rain. Well, they're calling for some tomorrow, but hopefully they'll avoid that. Come back home Friday for Front Royal. There's a strike. Make the count full at 3-2. Cannon fans, your team will be home tomorrow against Stanton. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Threw a fastball by him. Stewie has gone inside. Not afraid to pitch in there.
Number 4, Hunter Miller.
And he gets the first 2 out here in the 9th. Now it's Hunter Miller, the left fielder. He's 0 for 3. Fastball strike at the letters. Oh, 1. I think I was behind him. Hitting the dirt. I think it was behind the heels of Hunter in the left-hander's box. That's inside. Makes it 2-1. Stewie trying to get the save for Connor Hensley. There's a fisted ground ball to second. Barber fields and throws wide. Did the first baseman stay on? He did. And that's the ball game. And the Purcellville Cannons have defeated the Woodstock River Bandits tonight by a score of 5-2. We'll be right back to recap in just a moment.
So
Well, back here in Woodstock, where the Bandits fall to the Purcellville Cannons by a score of 5-2. And one of the stars of the game, definitely the starting pitcher for the Purcellville Cannons, and Connor Hensley. He worked 6 innings, allowed only 1 hit. That was the first batter he faced, an infield single by Jordan Evans, and no more after that. He did walk 1, struck out 5, and he got some offense in the second inning. After Noah Williamson started great, he threw 10 strikes in the first inning, nearly had an immaculate inning. But in the second, the Cannons got to him for a couple of runs on 5 base hits. There was a double play with the bases loaded that brought in a run, but then a single by Mark Hirsch made it 2-0. One more in the fourth on an RBI double by Carlos Sanchez. 3-0 there. Williamson went 5 for Woodstock. Noah Williamson, 8 hits, 3 runs, all earned. He walked 1 and struck out 5. Turned it over to Brixton Lofgren. In the 6th inning, he gave up a 2-out RBI double to Rex Smith. And then one more for the Cannons on an RBI single by Anthony Fernandez. So 5-0 at that point. Bandits did get one in the bottom of the 7th after Hensley left, as they got a 2-out single from Jake Corville to put them on the board. They got one more in the 8th inning on a sac fly by Will Tippett, and had second and third with 2 outs, but couldn't get anybody in to tighten the game anymore. And Woodstock went in order in the 9th. So Noah Williamson takes the loss for the Bandits tonight, and he is now 0-2 on the year. And getting the victory was Connor Hensley. He's now 2-1. Stewie got the save, his first of the season. Jordan Evans had 2 hits for the Bandits, and for the Cannons, Thomas Marsala had a double and a single. Same thing for Carlos Sanchez, and 2 singles for Anthony Fernandez. Purcellville, 5 runs, 11 hits, 3 errors, 7 left on. Woodstock, 2 runs, 4 hits, 2 errors. They stranded 6. The game took 2 hours and 32 minutes. And Woodstock falls to 8-5. Purcellville improves to 5-7. Woodstock going on the road. They will play in Winchester the next 2 nights and then return home Friday for the Front Royal Cardinals. But tonight they fall to the Purcellville Cannons. Final score 5-2. We'll see you on Friday. This is Craig Orndorff signing off for the 2025 Woodstock River Bandits.